free boosted experience and a 12-slot bag? Now, what more could you ask for with the cozy sleeping bag? My name's Coyote, and I'm going to show you how to get it. Stupid Coyote. As a lot of classic players know, as you go up towards 60, that grind gets longer and longer, so every little bit of experience helps, and the cozy sleeping bag is a great way to get around that. Now, there is a little bit of a divergent, all right? The Horde will start off differently than the Alliance will, but it's really just a matter of where you start first. If you're a Horde, you'll just do these steps in reverse. Something I would highly recommend before starting this, if you got the ability to, is head to Darnassus and try and get a Black Fathom Deep Spoon. There is a lot of running, and it'll kind of help out the trip, especially for the classes that don't have speed boost. Now, depending upon what faction you start out with is where you're going to start. Now, I'm doing this from the Alliance point of view, but if you're Horde, you're just going to do this in reverse. You're going to start in the Barrens and then go to Westfall. We're going to be going to Westfall, all right? Your waypoint's 3750. It's over at the Alixton Farm, and as you come up, I have TomTom. Great little command that's going to help you out with this. Great little add-on that's going to help you out with this. And it'll walk you right into it. You're looking for the burnt out wreckage. It literally is on the far corner towards the Gold Coast Quarry. It's right here. You can see where players have already been here trying to get in. And there is a body that is right here. Burnt out remains. You click on it, and it's going to give you the quest. You're going to accept it. Now we've got to go to the Barrens, all right? How you get to the Barrens is going to be on you. I'm just going to fly down to Stranglethorn, because I already have that flight path, and from there, I'm just going to go in that way. I do want to mention that if you travel through Booty Bay, to be careful, because if the Blood Moon event is going on, it is everybody versus everybody, and it can be quite dangerous. I do want to mention that if you want to find a closer port that may be a little bit safer in the early run, you could go to Menethil Harbor and go to Theramore, but the issue with that is there's some high-level elites, and kind of crossing through that, you can expect to die quite a bit. Now, our next step if you're Alliance, or it'll be your first step if you're the Horde, is to come to this point at the Barrens, all right? It's at 4673. It is essentially right here at this crossroads of the path that leads out from Dustswallow Marsh. It's pretty much this body right here where these guys are standing on right there. You're going to click on it and do the quest. And now we're on our way to Stonetalon Mountains. It is super useful to have the Black Fathom Deeps buff before you kind of do this, because if you're coming through the Barrens, you're going to have to cut through a checkpoint, and it makes you just fast enough that you can kind of escape around the guards. They are level 60 elites. We're going to be going into our next waypoint, which is all the way up here at 5052. Pretty much just going to take the long walk there. I'll check in with you when we get there. I do want to note that you can actually come in from Astronar in Ashenvale through the Talon Deep path if that's going to be a little bit safer for you. But like I said, just going through the Barrens since you're already there is a quick way, and if you have the Black Fathom Deep buff, you're going to run through it just fine. We're coming up now on our checkpoint here at the Stonetalon. All right, this is the first little bit. There is a path over here that we've got to find and head up to find our next quest that we'll be getting right here. So I can kind of see where the path kind of is coming from. Right up there. And we're going to come up this way, and we're looking for a pocket litter that's going to be up here. So you come up this path, and you're going to be looking for the pocket litter right here on the box. Complete the quest. Got to pick something. We'll just go with the mining pick. And that's how actually you get yourself a 12-slot bag. It is the sturdy lunchbox. Drop it in here. Boop. And then I like to keep my bags organized by size. Once you accept the quest for the pocket litter, there is an alliance thing where you can click the fire in the camp and start another quest. I didn't bother doing it. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next step. Starting from the fire area where this is at, all you're going to do is walk up this little path right here. I have my TomTom coordinates helping me out, and you can see where everybody is already right there. It's literally that close. Do not leave the Stonetalon Mountains without getting this, all right? It's this little mound of dirt right here. Our next checkpoint is taking us to Loch Modan. Now, if you're the Alliance, you're probably going to want to go through Ironforge if you don't already have the flight points. If you're Horde, Get ready to walk because you're coming all the way from Tearfall Glades, all the way down through the Arathi Highlands, and finally into Loch Modan. Now that you're in Loch Modan, you're heading to the wall, all right? There's a specific spot you're going to be jumping down into to get there. As you can see right here, this is where all the players are at. Sorry for you Hordes who have to kind of like fight your way through here. It's going to be a little bit of a rough battle if you're under probably about 25. Right here, you're looking for the Eagle's Nest, and you're going to be clicking on, not the long rifle. And you're going to be clicking on the carved figurine. Our next location is taking us to the Hillsbrad Foothills, all right? However you want to get there, that's up to you. I was lazy. I just teleported back to Ironforge, and now I'm flying in now. Coming in at Thornton's Wall, right here between the Arathi Highlands and Hillsbrad Foothills is where you're going to be moving to next. Now, you're going to come down all the way to the end of the wall, and there's a little bit of a jump puzzle for you to do. Not too hard for some of you retail players that remember the Shadowlands stuff. You can see everybody right here trying to get it. I'm going to do my best to see if I can't get this on the first go. Obviously, you can see that everybody else has got theirs. You're going to come talk to this messenger bag right here. Accept and complete the quest. And under the hastily rolled satchel is your sleeping bag right there. Where is it? That awkward moment. The cozy sleeping bag. Unfurl the sleeping bag, resting inside for at least 1 minute will provide an experience earned, stacking up to 3%. All in all, not a bad little journey. It didn't take me very long at all to get this done. I recommend, highly recommend grabbing the Black Fathom Boon before you leave Thunderbluff or Darnassus. It's going to make your trip a lot quicker. There is a lot of running around. If you found any interest out of this video, do me a favor, leave a like, drop a subscription, and if I maybe missed something or you have a tip that could help out other players, leave it in the comments below. As always, my name's Coyote. Happy adventures.
Stupid coyote.